Hello, and welcome to Beyond the Rift, where it's now Super Monday Night Combat time. I am your host, Demon Machine, joined with me by Rebel Zero here, looking pretty and very, very short-hairedly. And, of course, we have not with us our normal guys, because Grimbar is graduating from college tomorrow, and Tech Nasty is going and looking at apartments. So, we have Dr. Omega in the bottom left corner,
Whoa.
weighing in at probably 150 to 170 pounds. I have not seen him, so I do not know for sure. And then, in the top right, we have Ragnar, who is the current runner of, or he's the person who runs the Tiki Tournament, as most of you may already know. So, how are you guys doing tonight? Dr. Omega first.
I'm doing wonderful,
He's
Demon.
over
Doing
Good.
fantastic.
Good. And then, Ragnar, how are you doing? He's over.
Pretty good, all things considered.
Good, good. So, what is the first thing we want to tackle tonight? Do we want to talk about the patch notes, or do we want to get the drama out of the way quickly?
Patch notes.
Patch notes? All right. I actually need to look at the patch notes. I've been so busy this evening. No clue.
I linked them in Skype earlier, yeah.
Yeah, he linked them. Why haven't you already absorbed it?
I was totally reading it while we were doing another show.
I know. Oh, you could have been reading in the bathroom.
Yes, while my child told me how he was killing people in Minecraft and taking all their
Maybe
stuff.
you should show people the. You could put up the metal trailer that they have.
Yes,
Yes,
that metal
I did
trailer was
want to see
awesome.
that. We shall
Yes,
watch that.
we will go
But-
ahead and throw that up for you guys.
No, well, give me a minute to start it and get all that crap loaded. Go ahead and go over some of the big parts of the patch notes while I get there.
Well, the main thing is that they nerfed basically a lot of different abilities. The splash damage. So, like for instance, the
Rockets?
supports bomb. No, the supports bomb instead of
Airstrike.
doing the airstrike. Instead of doing the full damage over the full area, now it does. Concentrated in the center, basically it does max damage, and then it actually falls off on the edges.
Ah.
They
There
did
was a
that.
reason for that.
Well,
You
The
wanna-
reason was all of the other explosives in the game
hmm.
did centered damage with fall off. But to reward this nerf, they actually buffed all the explosive skills with the exception of Junior. A lot.
Nice.
By making their head crab effects scale with level, and scale with your character level.
Cool.
So they basically now, like, the head crab bonus is 3 times what it used to be at max level.
Wow,
Is it-
didn't they? And so I remember recently they lowered the bonus on that, didn't they?
Yeah, from 250 to 50 because it was ridiculous.
So
now they
they're
made it at
tripling
least scaling, so they're it's
150 and
not
it's going
right.
to scale, so it's going to start out not as ridiculous and get to the point of more ridiculous at the end of the game.
Awesome. I
Nice.
like it. I like more ridiculous as you go forward versus totally ridiculous all the time.
Yeah, so I think it's a positive change all around.
Yeah.
It was still kind of annoying to, like, sometimes get a full 1,000 damage, like if you're at the very edge of a bomb.
yeah, that was annoying. I mean, if you play support, it's great, but if you play support, it's also frustrating because other people are going to do it to you too. You're like, I was at the very tiptoe edge of that, and I took the full damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's good.
So
It's good
Megabeth,
change.
how'd that work out with her rockets?
Her rockets already did this.
Okay. Lies.
Yeah.
I believe
It's
lies.
the assault bomb, the support bomb, and Carl's juniors, I believe. Yeah, and otherwise, adoration of AI is the same thing for the explosive radius on that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it has fall off now, and pretty much like that was the real main thing. Product grenade on tank has the same principle.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially the rest of it was metal taunts. They changed crack shot a little bit. They kind of made it, they kind of buffed it slightly because now it only triggers on the primary fire. So you can use the secondary fire on your weapon.
It's still not good on anybody, though.
Yeah, maybe the only person that you could possibly argue for
Don't
it
say
is-
Cheston.
No, I was gonna say Gunner, maybe.
Nope, spin up. Now it's even worse for Gunner because it can't activate while he's shooting.
Yeah, it does say fixed product, not trigger weapon is already firing. So yeah, I guess that nerfs that. You're right. So I don't know. It's still kind of meh. What else? Blackjacks are buffed in health, so they used to be really easy to kill. They're still going to be easy to kill, but they're a bit harder. So it's now it used to be 2,700 health. Now it's 3,500 health.
Oh, nice.
So it's noticeable, but
not
I
terribly
don't
absurd.
think you're really going to run in fear of them still. But
Nor are you going to die as immediately.
yeah.
Well,
die over time.
I mean, you run from blackjacks in general.
Yeah, typically.
You don't want to just, unless you're a tank
gonna
or something, you don't
punch you
just
out.
stand there.
Yeah,
So-
if you get close to them, they will punch you, and
Yeah,
that hurts.
yeah, it does. It hurts a lot.
I actually hadn't been around one close enough yet to get punched by one. Interesting. Interesting.
Other than that, that was really kind of the main thing about it. One major change that I think is the Gun Mountain. They have the jungle the
Oh.
jungle jump pads
Yeah.
like that are on the side lanes. They're on each side. One is activated by default from the beginning of the game.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
So it lets you kind of jump in jungle and jump back to the lane to kind
It
of.
is no longer a death trap to go into the jungle.
Nice.
Cool. That's
Yeah,
good.
because
Yeah,
that
so
was
that's
kind of a
the
death trap. You were like, hey, oh.
Crap.
Oh, and one bug that they finally fixed was that tank can't shoot through glass anymore.
Nice. I'm a big fan of that. Because that was
Yeah.
annoying. You're like, I'm behind a wall, and he's like, I don't
The
care.
most annoying one was Spunky, how you could shoot through the ramp glass to that turret completely behind it,
Yeah.
which was always kind of a difficult point to kind of get through, or even the rocket turrets. Like you could just
Mhm.
sit there and cheese rocket turrets all day, shooting it through the grass.
Yeah.
You
Glass.
can only cheese the left lane turrets.
Yeah, which is all you really needed, and then Moneyball
Yeah.
down. So
Left lane, depending on
It's-
which side you're on.
you know, at least that was around for a long time. So I'm glad they fixed that one.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I like it.
Cool.
Yep.
So, shall we have a gander at this new metal
Yes.
taunts?
Let us do it. Add that screen region, baby.
I will. Let me get
Do
over
it.
here. and
Do
add
it.
that Here.
Because I watched this earlier, and
Go wee.
while it was very entertaining. What am I saying? I enjoyed it. Move it,
Let's
move it.
rock out. My band name is Hacksaw Circumcision.
Oh yes.
Take my money now.
Hacksaw circumcision, baby.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I like that.
The Megabeth taunt on it is one. Like at the end of it, she gives you the finger, but it's like censored out.
It's pretty
Yeah.
great.
That's awesome.
I'll have to look for that. But
Yeah, they did a great job. Like one of the nice things they do with these videos is they really they've created a lot of really good videos.
they have. Their video guy needs to definitely be working on their observer mode.
It's,
Yeah,
I think it's their animator, isn't it? It doesn't even work on
Probably.
that stuff.
I don't know.
I mean, they just use. Do they
It's a
have special
group effort.
models for the particular?
Oh yeah, these are different models.
Actually, it's all done in game.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Is
it
it?
looks like.
I mean,
in-game
I
models.
don't remember them having certain. Maybe they're just more detailed. I don't know.
Either way.
Or
Either
or
way.
maybe we just don't see those angles of them normally.
Yeah.
Like you don't see them like bending forward and.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of different positions, but I mean that's just animation.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
now,
like it.
now I do want to, since we've kind of brushed over the patch notes, we have to ask, as everybody may have known, Awptemoose has been banned
Band.
for
Wah.
for making a field of view hack for mostly for Gunslinger. So she would
Well,
basically
it's
be-
for anyone.
Yeah, it's
it
for anyone.
affects Gunslinger the most.
yeah, where she
Gunslinger, you could zoom in more or something, right?
make her have a scope
You
basically.
can edit zoom FOV to give her a sniper's rifle.
Yep, and
Scout.
he was
'cause that's fair.
Yep. So he was banned for distributing the hack and promoting the hack
Yeah.
En masse.
in mass. Yeah, it's not like he like talked about it once and other people talking. No. He was promoting it, and I talked to him a little today, and he's like, "Yeah, that was dumb."
Did he make it?
Yeah. Well, him and someone else.
Not exactly. From what he's told me, is he had a friend of his make everything that he asked for.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not sure if he had a hand in coding it.
He had a very. I talked to him today. He said he had a very slight hand in making it, but that he, kind of distributed it. So
Yeah.
and I told
And
him.
why
you
did
know,
he feel the need to do this?
I don't know entirely.
Because he felt that it made the game better.
Oh yeah, for him.
Well, he said it was
That's
something that should have been
ridiculous.
included in the game in the first place, which I'm not. I
Well-
totally don't agree with. I mean,
well,
if it was meant to
not
be in the game,
that
then they would have put it in
FOV.
the game.
Well, not that part of FOV. But there's another part to it that a lot of people, a lot of the other alpha testers and stuff were just testing general FOV changes for like everybody, just like how much you can see with your character, etc. And they're adding that into the game in future patches, and as FOV slider. So that part they were doing, he took it like that whole next step and used
Well,
the
first
same.
of all, if no one else can do it, it's retarded.
Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah,
that's
definitely.
not fair. And second of all, giving your gunslinger a sniper rifle thing is just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
It also could give Assault a sniper's rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it?
So
Did it
anyway,
affect his
there's no
shot spread?
justification for that. I'm sorry. You just
Probably
you
not.
know, obviously he cared about winning more than being a player, like that actually wanted to play it like a sport. So it's like doping and like any other thing.
He's pretty delusional about it.
Yeah,
He doesn't feel that he should have been punished.
Well, I think he feels that he should have been punished as far as permanent banning from everything. Might have been a bit harsh.
Why
Well,
would
this-
he? Why should he get a special thing? If anyone else made a hack or distributed it or used it,
Well, he was
they're
even banned from
perma-banned and
the
they're done.
forums. Like,
Well,
they-
it's because if you get banned from the game,
Yeah.
they ban your forum account.
Yeah, and rightfully so. There's no two ways about it. I think it's fair. It's like this is the exact same thing that happened when I played Left 4 Dead. I mean, I played Left 4 Dead at a very competitive level, and there was a couple of very well-known teams from very well-known team houses.
uh,
Not gonna say who, but they were doing stupid shit like that, where it's like they would change the texture files so that they could see through certain things that other players can see through, and they always wanted to play on their server because that allowed them to do shit, but not other people. And these people are good players anyway, and it's not like you need to use aimbot. Like you just need to give yourself a couple of things like that give you an advantage, and it makes a huge difference when you're playing high level games. So that's what, in my experience, there's always going to be people that do that are playing very competitively, because a lot of people unfortunately just want to win at all, and that's it. And then they don't even think it's wrong. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Of course, like they'll argue with you all day about this, but I think to me it's simple. it's kind of, I don't know. It's just stupid. They want to win, and they all care about is winning, and there's no sport in it.
For butts.
It's just
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? Everyone's different. I don't know
mean-
why people do these things.
I believe it's a very good move by Uber because they showed their integrity, saying that it doesn't matter who you are. If you cheat or do something wrong, you're going to get banned like everybody else. Although, I think it's Max Payne 3 where they have multiplayer, that they're implementing a cheater
the
pool.
cheater bracket.
Yeah, the cheater bracket. If you ever get caught cheating, you get moved to the cheater bracket where you can play with all the other cheaters. You can still play the game, but you can only play with other cheaters. So it might be a very lonely road if you're the first one.
I like how they did that, actually.
I think that's a
I've
brilliant
heard of
idea.
another company that may be considering doing something like that.
Cool.
high res.
Yeah.
Which company is this, Mr. Duke?
Yes, for all you watching, we still have a high-res Duke trolling our Sky piece sitting here stalking us quietly, and he'll throw in his 2 cents every few minutes. So if you don't see either one of them flash, that would be him talking.
Yep.
the way they kind of dealt with this in online tournaments with Counter-Strike is they needed to have like they had admins watching the game as it was playing. I know they did that for a certain period of time, like because when you're playing online, the problem with that versus an actual LAN tournament is people are gonna do shady shit. It's not everyone, but like definitely even the super high level games, like guaranteed one of those teams is doing something shady. Like in every fucking online game I've ever played, that happens. Because when you think about it, it's not something that's it's kind of like a fringe part of society. It's like, you know, we're online gaming. It's kind of a new thing.
Yeah.
And there's no real downside to it. Like if I did this in an actual sport or something, there'd be legal repercussions. Like it'd be much more of a punishment, right? As like, you know, real world quote unquote punishment. But unfortunately, when you're playing like online games at that level, that is real world. You are wasting people's time. You are screwing people over, and you are playing for money. Like you're playing for $1,000 worth of you know online you know accessories for mice, Razer mice, keyboard, or whatever, or just straight up money. And like so the downside is I get banned. And that's it, but I don't have to pay anything. There's no legal repercussion, or I win a couple $1,000s. So of course someone's gonna do it.
Unless they spent
it's just a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Unless they spent a couple $1,000s on skins, and well,
you know,
There's-
we spent a lot of money on the game, and he still got banned. So it's another statement I can appreciate from Uber.
Then here's also another question: is he able to just make another account and start over?
sure.
Since
Well,
it's
like in
free-play?
any free-to-play game, you can never truly snuff out cheaters unless you were to do a hardware ban, and even then, that's just a major inconvenience. In theory, he could make another Steam account and another forum account, tie them together, and start playing again.
Yeah.
But
He loses all his skins and everything that he paid for. So
Yeah.
Yep. And he can't trade them back to himself either. I asked him that because
his inventory actually got deleted.
Wow.
He lost everything.
Is that like in the ND or not NDA, but the
terms of use.
terms of use?
They can do anything they want to.
They can do it. Does like if you read the terms of use, it says pretty much what every other does. They can do whatever they want.
Exactly.
Okay.
I like Robot Wizard in our chat. If you cheat, then infinite chicky spawns and they just peck you to death and you die every time you enter a game.
Yeah, that was funny. I like that.
Yes.
How do I know Revel Zero
Chicky
just
death.
isn't just Awptemoose in disguise? I would be way better at the game.
Yes, you
Yeah,
actually
watch me play.
If you watched
You'll
him play
know.
Saturday, you see him playing the game, and actually Awptemoose was playing that day. That
Was
is a
he?
little suspicious. You guys were playing with Awptemoose, weren't you?
Were we?
When was the 10th?
It was Saturday. Yeah, that was
Yeah, I mean, go look.
He could have been.
because he was on the show with Grimbar and Rebel Saturday because
Oh,
he
was he?
volunteered to come on. Yeah. and
Oh.
that's where-
Yeah, I have a great memory.
you
The
do.
creator of the hack posted in the tournament thread that the hack was created on like 8 a.m. on Saturday. So
So he's probably playing with it.
He definitely wasn't using it in the first game because we lost that.
Hey, just because it changes his field of view. If he gets stomped, he still
I
gets
never
stomped.
see Rev in the same room at the same time. You know what? Me neither.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
We did ask him to come on tonight. He said he had a 70% chance of coming on, kind of like cloudy weather, but apparently it's not going to rain tonight because he went to bed.
Yep.
So, his 70% chance of Awptemoose failed. We managed to get that 30% chance, and
Cloudy
I wish
with a
I had bought a lottery ticket because I want to get that 0.1% chance to be successful for once.
Cloudy with a chance of Awptemoose.
Yes, exactly.
Check your Twitch inbox. Oh, I like it.
Oh.
I wonder who you're talking to. Not
Probably-
everyone's gonna go check
probably
their
that's-
Twitch
yeah.
inbox.
And we just lose all of our
He's
viewers
just
because
gonna,
everybody
like-
goes to check their inbox.
Yeah,
Thanks, Duke. Dead strikes. There we go. Now he clarifies.
Yeah, just check it.
Awesome.
You know? I think I should use the anti-chimp. I can babble. See, look at that. It's amazing.
Then you work with privacy issues. If you think that in every game you use an anti-cheat system where if you get caught, your real life name and address gets posted to everyone, that actually could get people killed.
Yeah.
I could see that being very bad.
Especially in tournaments or where money is involved, or say if you're in Asia where they just kill over video games as part of their.
I've seen I've seen videos in Counter-Strike of like someone actually trying to cheat at a LAN, and they like take his computer, like
That
smash it
wasn't
on the
real.
side of the curb.
Wow.
That was actually an advertisement for the LAN. That wasn't real.
I think it
Ooh.
has happened though. Are you sure? Because I think it's happened before.
The video I think you're talking about.
They
I don't know, there's probably
they
more
could have
than one
made an
video.
advertisement after
Based
seeing the
upon
video.
what
Based
happened.
upon, yeah.
But who
Because
knows?
really, it's a great idea.
People would probably fuck you up if you were if you were trying to hack at a serious CS
Yeah,
LAN
they
in,
would.
like, Europe somewhere.
They would. Yeah. Yeah, so if anybody would like to call up and comment on Awptemoose's thing, the one big problem he's going to have if he tries to get back into Super Monday Night Combat, even under a different name, is he can't do anything publicly speaking because people will know his voice.
He
Right.
can't be in the community mumble either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, isn't that his mumble though, or who's
Nope,
the community?
it is Sumi's
Okay.
and Colonel Jessup. They're both global mods. He paid for a month, but he apparently has the ability to like sign into the control panel or something.
Did they ban him
I
from
don't know.
Well, I mean, just because they banned Awptemoose, there isn't any reason as far as
We didn't ban him
I-
from the community mumble.
it? Okay.
yeah. I mean,
There's no reason to. It's
yeah.
the community mumble. He's banned. He can't play the game, but we play other things there, like Smite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
Like
I'll
Smite.
Play Smite there.
Yep, we play Smite. Everybody loves Smite. I mean, people like Smite. A lot of
Yeah.
people want Smite to be more fleshed out when they play it, which makes sense because it's a closed beta.
Right.
But everybody likes Smite.
Don't get the game and go in there and complain that it's bad because it's 2 weeks old. Is it 2 weeks yet, or is it?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
No, it's 2.
3.
It's not 3.
It's 3.
No, it's not.
High res will know.
Yeah, Duke will tell us if it's 3 or 2 weeks. It's been an open beta or closed open beta.
Close.
It's
pretty
out of
close.
alpha, I guess.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to Super Monday Night.
Yes, we keep getting distracted.
Yeah,
I think there's a reason for this.
we're on the Smite talking about Super Monday Night. Now we're on
So,
Super
Super Monday
talking
Night
about
Combat. So, what is new, Omega, Ragnar, in Super Monday Night Combat going forward? What do you guys got for us? Anything?
I don't know. You'd have to ask one of the developers.
Oh, yeah,
I hope
Yeah.
right.
spectator
Everybody's
mode
not
is
here.
coming soon. I hope that's on
Yes.
the
Do we
board.
have any confirmation on
Soon,
sooner
yeah.
being like months, years, or like weeks?
Well, we asked them before in person. They just say
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just said
Trademark.
soon. I mean, yeah,
And it
when
makes
we
me want to
talked
bash my head, but you know,
It's all right.
face roll. I mean,
That's why we
I can
have
understand.
padding here.
I can totally understand. Yeah, we totally have padding for face rolling on our desk
we
here.
actually do. It's funny.
I can totally understand if you, as the developer, please tell us it'll be weeks or months, but that could change. Yes, I absolutely know it could change because you're developing a game. It's a problem. You know, you could run into some obnoxious bug that'll be impossible to fix. You know, and then you can just say we ran into a big problem and it'll be delayed a little while longer. I will totally be fine with that. It's as long as you keep updating us with these small little things of what you're doing and what's taking, you know, what's doing that. I mean, people
I'm
will
going to
complain.
step in on this.
Please tell me. I would like to know.
You will be okay with that.
Yes, I guess the rest of the community will cry and complain.
Thank you.
I mean, that's. But what do you do about that? I mean, you don't think that they would?
I'm just still
Some
amazed that
people
they had
are.
replays in as early as they did. That's,
Yes.
that's pretty freaking awesome.
That is
So,
good. It is good, but unfortunately, it's very difficult to find. You can't do custom game replays, which is if they had custom game replays,
that's
that would
true.
be fine.
Well,
They are-
do. It's just you can't get them.
Right? We can't get to them. If you can't get to them as the public, then it's kind of an irritant. But you know,
I mean, there's
So
Which
we're
I
gonna
would have the fix game versus I bought this team, but the patch rolled out, so
oh, that sucks.
yeah, there was drama involved. We'll get to it. in a minute.
Oh, we
It's
can.
just with
Oop.
so many games out there and everyone kind of being a little ADHD. Like when something new comes out, you grab people's eyeballs and attention and they look at it.
Yep.
And to kind of keep them there, it definitely helps to have something to like, oh, let me watch a pro game SMNC and like watch it cast, like because it's fun, right? Like I don't
Yep.
know, it definitely is free marketing and. Because it's nothing that they have to really put development hours in, because the community will kind of take that over to some extent. If they want to embrace that and do their own kind of thing or streamline it more, that's up to them. But really, you just need to give up a tool so that the community goes with it. And it's basically comes down to just like free marketing and essentially an extra facet of the game that the community kind of does for you. And the earlier you have it in it, the less, the more it helps you, because then other people will just kind of, there'll be more people that are of the esporty mindset, or just even the hype of it. Like, it's like, oh, look at these people playing it is more of an attention grabber instead of then their eyes shifting to some other game.
I mean, having the opportunity to play for money, especially, is going to make people want to play a game more continuously, because they're like, well, I can actually make a few bucks, so I'll play this game instead of that other game that I've been screwing around doing nothing with, and I can play this, and I might actually make some money. And, I mean, it might be an ultra long shot, but it'll get them to try.
I want to answer a question-ish, more of a statement in chat. God Money, you aren't a person with this unique idea, but you need to understand, and Hi-Res Duke can probably aid in this response. Different people at the company work on different things.
Yes.
The people responsible for making maps and taunts aren't the people responsible for making pros.
Actually, as the community manager, I designed the game from the ground up. I control the servers, when they're on, when they're off, how much lag you get at any given location.
Right.
Yeah.
See, you heard it here. It's all of Duke's fault.
Yep. And we're talking about SMNC.
Right. It's
not
Duke's fault for Super Monday Night Combat. He's the one that is developing the game. He is secretly working for Uber over at Hi-Res.
And doing everything.
Yeah.
No way, dude.
See, we've never seen Hi-Res.
People, that's one of the top things I see in communities, and I did it too before I worked for a company. But the number one thing I see is people can't distinguish a developer from anyone else in the company.
Right.
And then the number two thing is everyone works on everything at all times.
Yeah.
And so any person whose name is the color on the forums that someone from the company is obviously to blame for any particular issue, or what you wanted in the game isn't in the game, so on and so forth. So
do you think it would help the community if they just simply listed not names or anything like that, but just saying we have 3 people working on maps, we have 4 people working on pros, we have 2 people.
Too much flaming.
They have that. It's called their FAQ and Inside Uber section.
Yeah, it exists.
And
Okay,
their
see?
credits, I'm sure.
See, I mean,
they're actually better about that than we are.
So then, that's something we
used
need to
have
get out
that,
there.
but we got rid of it because people got moved around to different things all the time. So
Yeah, you got to keep it updated, and that can be a problem, especially when everybody forgets about it.
So, no, dang, I can't believe I forgot to ask you that
most of the
question.
time people just look at it as a troll anyway. So
Yeah, whenever they
Hi-
want to find that information. Yeah.
What is your opinion, Hi-Res, on early adaptation, adoption of kind of an esports kind of
Mindset to the game?
system or something? Yeah, like at the very early stages of the game, to kind of at least hint or want to support it in a kind of have tools that allow people to watch matches and things like that, like spectator modes. Like, how important of that do you feel it is for the longevity of the game,
Of any game, if they're pushing it
or
for
any game
esports.
at all? Like, what are your opinions on esports and the integration?
I'm not
into the game?
necessarily the esports guy.
Right.
Bart is our esports guy, but I mean, I know it is the thing now.
Yeah.
And it's really fun to see the game cast. In my opinion, does it affect the longevity of the game to give people the tools early on? I mean, it's kind of like you're talking from both ends of the spectrum at the same time. You're saying, well, if we give people tools early, then that will make the game last longer. And like that.
No,
don't have
yeah,
the
I-
core.
Well, no.
I don't mean that.
I mean, that's kind of how the question was formed. I know what you're
Yes,
saying,
yeah.
but that's kind of how the question was formed. To me, I think just encouraging competitive players, where you can, throwing them the bone you can when you can, is obviously important. I mean, I think Uber's done a pretty good job of that with, you know, at least early on they did. I don't know, you know, I haven't followed them very recently, but you know, with the replays and stuff, that's actually a pretty annoying system in the Unreal Engine, from what I've been told at our studio, since we make Unreal games too. So for them to put that in very early on was like, it kind of freaked me out that it existed
Quite a
that
feat.
early in the game, and so I feel like they threw a bone there. But then, you know, like you guys said, you know, then there's details that you get into, like the competitive games being custom games and stuff like that don't have it and stuff. So it's a hard thing to balance. You know, making public play fun and desirable for the general population, while making you know, making competitives as happy as you can add in these pretty huge arc of features, or these features that require a pretty huge arc development wise. So.
Because we are after all playing a game, and most of us are fully intend to have fun time playing it.
Yeah.
Where when you
Except
go to pro
Grimoire.
level,
Yes.
No
Your
comment.
bard tends not to have any fun with anything except pigeons.
pigeons. It's all about the pigeons, and I know
Yes.
he's watching this.
He'll watch it.
At least in my naive experience, though, like the like to actually balance the game for like esports or whatever that means is usually what takes the developers, like, you know, that's what, you know, has a lot of
Takes a lot of
steep
time.
arc time, I guess, because everyone will just kind of whine over little like small things, but in, you know, in a really competitive environment they matter, but it's not going to matter to the pub environment, which I think the balancing in that Uber's doing is fantastic. It's just like, it's just, to me, I don't know. I guess I don't know much about the Unreal Engine. I'm just as a player, as a fan, I just really want spectator mode. I don't know how hard that is. No one's really said, you know, this is really fucking hard to do. Sorry for my language. Like, but like, this is like super hard. It's going to be months. Like, I'm actually okay with that. It's just no one's actually come out and said it.
But everybody else will get all up in arms.
Because in my like limited experience, it doesn't.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as from what you're saying, it sounds like it's something not easy to do.
Well, like from what I've been told, you know, I'm not a designer or anything like that, but replays are sort of baked in to the Unreal Engine, but to make them custom like Uber has done is pretty awesome. But then there's the brokenness of them, which you guys experience every time there's a patch.
Right.
When there's a patch, your replays don't work anymore. So if you didn't, you know, sit down and replay your replay and fraps it or something like that, you're kind of just completely SOL on it. Now, as far as spectator, I haven't necessarily been told how difficult. I know that there's a lot of baked-in functionality for spectating stuff in the Unreal Engine, but making it actually useful to a player is where a lot of people get hung up in a long development arc, because there's a spectator camera built into the game. All it is it doesn't show a character on the screen, and you move and you're in no clip, and you can move around everywhere.
Right.
I mean, that's baked into the engine. That's how they find holes in maps and stuff like that. But to actually make that useful to a player, where it's not just some floating camera that, you know, you just move around and, you know, it won't focus on a particular player or a view or something like that. That's where you have to get into the development arc, and the programmers have to get involved to make it actually make sense to a player. So
very interesting. And I guess being at a dev studio, that when you work with a pre-built engine like you know, Unreal and stuff like that versus building your own, do you have a much smaller, say, programming team than you do designing team, because there's a lot more designing than there is, you know, specific programming, hard coding that needs to be done? So that's why they would push out, you know, more skins, more this, more that, because they have a lot more of those guys, because that's what they're going to be doing down the line. They're not going to need the programmers necessarily a year from now after the game's done. You know, they're going to be doing updates and little tweaks, but they're not going to be like sitting down pounding the keyboard as hard as they can to get out new stuff.
Well, I mean, programmers programmers and designers are two different things. Designers and artists are two different things. A designer isn't necessarily an artist. Designer could be someone who configures the numbers and stuff like that. Designs the overall arc, points people in the right direction, so on and so forth. Programmers are the guys who make the stuff work.
Right.
And then you've got artists, and as far as like making skins or whatever, I mean, you've got a guy who finished up whatever he was doing yesterday, and he's looking for something to do. And someone says, well, we don't really have a skin for this guy yet. Why don't you work on that? He sits down, he knocks it out in a day or two.
Yeah.
And obviously you can see, depending on the project, depending on the engine, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
It could take it could take a long time. It could take a little bit of time. Like people mentioned, Pulsefire Ezreal earlier.
Yeah.
That went from what was originally a really crappy skin, as far as the community was concerned, to now they've implemented brand new tech, and so they're charging you for it.
Yep.
So it can be something that's extremely simple, or it can be something that's extremely difficult, depending on how many people need to touch it. But when just an artist needs to touch it, they can crank it out, and then they're looking for something else to do because they want to get paid.
Also,
yeah.
theoretically, the artists would have some less bugs to deal with too. It's not like, I mean, they have to deal with making the skin work right, but other than that, it's not like, we can break it doing
typically
that.
An artist, at least at our studio, an artist doesn't hook up the skin to anything. That's up to animators and riggers.
Yeah.
So as long as nothing breaks in that, and that's typically just, hey, this is clipping a little bit more than we want it to. I mean, a lot of times the animators or riggers can fix that if they don't think it impacts the artwork that much. So, the artist knocks it out and they're done with it, and unless someone's just like, no, that looks stupid, then they move on to the next thing. So obviously you can see how you can queue up a lot of art assets for things over time, whereas, implementing a brand new system into a game, a lot of people have to touch it. So
it will be. Well.
Yeah, makes sense.
It does. It does.
But
you can't pull the artists to program the spectator mode, unfortunately.
No. Unless you want pretty pictures on the spectator mode. And then they can totally do it.
Yep, they can drop that pretty picture. That will be on the spectator mode, and they'll be done in about 20 minutes. But that'll be it.
And then they'll be done. They'll be like, all right, what's
next project?
Next?
Next project.
Yep. So, more on Super Monday Night Combat.
What did we want to? We want to talk about that Tiki Tournament drama.
Yes.
What happened?
Yes. Tell us about the Tiki Tournament. I haven't heard much. Good or bad, indifferent.
Well, do you want what happened latest or?
Yes.
Start second latest and then take us to latest so that we have a frame of reference.
Yeah. The tournament's been running fine. People playing their game, stuff like that. I assume.
No. The issue with Moose, he resigned from the team the day the hack came out, and he replaced him with Tech. And people then found out Moose was cheating and got banned, and they were like, well, his previous games didn't mean shit then, because he's always been cheating. He's had this for years. Before the game even existed, he was cheating in SMNC.
Yeah.
Therefore, every game did not count, and it's just like, no, that's not what happened. Moose quit when he started cheating. And people are, you should DQ AF. No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I know I've written my rules in a dumb fashion on a couple of lines, but
you've been eating those words.
The way that I've worded the cheating rule, it implies is if you've ever cheated in anything ever. But then the next line implies that I'm talking only for Tiki Tournament games, and that's just inexperience on my behalf.
Yeah.
But so I wasn't about to DQ AF because Moose started cheating. He came, resigned. Okay, that's it. Moose got banned, and that was it.
So
I wasn't gonna DQ AF for that.
Did he pull, or did he tell you that, like, I made this hack and so I want to resign from my team because it might affect them? Or, I mean, how did he approach that?
Well, it was more so I came to him when he posted about it. I said, if you use this in a tournament, you're banned. I'm going to DQ you and your team. And then we got to talking, and he resigned. Because he didn't want his team punished for what he was about to do.
Right.
And
slightly honorable, maybe?
I'm trying to think about what I can and can't say.
Yeah.
This happens a lot to us.
Why do we have
This
this
happens
problem
all
so much?
the time.
That's what happens when we're on the bleeding edge of information.
I know. People are like, let me call my lawyer.
Other than that,
It's a way to actually prove when he started using it, and that's because he didn't play a match
Between those times.
between the 10th and beyond that. So the hack didn't exist. Then the hack creator had posted in the thread about when it was created and when it was leaked. It was leaked at 9:54 a.m. EST by Moose. Everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. That's why you got banned.
anyway,
Moose.
other than that, what did someone try and doctor a result or something?
Yeah, I'm skipping over some things that happened, and 69 played against. I bought this team, which is the team Grimbar plays on. Like Sunny Dove, YouTube superstar. Do you mind if I link his YouTube?
Oh, no.
No, go for it.
He's pretty much one of the biggest promoters of SMNC.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunny Dove.
The Sunny Dove videos. Or the Sunny Dove on YouTube.
And the games in the mat, he recorded the tournament matches, mind you. So when he was playing, he recorded that. If he posts them, they're going to have live comms of what's going on in the channel. I was talking to him earlier about it. He says, I don't want to post them because we were doing a lot of shit talking towards each other.
You can post them without the audio.
Yeah.
Well, that would just kill it for me and for him, I think. Ruin the whole point.
Yeah.
And so he posts the screenshots, because he took them. He won both matches, and then the Fix photoshops them really badly. And said, "Look at this. I bought this team trying to cheat," and he posts these horrible screenshots. I don't even think it was like 30 seconds later before Grimbar had downloaded both of them and pointed out the obvious flaws. And then he says, "Look, those aren't photoshops. I've got the replays, so I can prove it to everybody." It's like, no, you don't. I have the replay. And Sunny Dove's got live video of you beating you.
Nice.
Wow.
Well, I guess they didn't have anything to lose except for their integrity by, trying to cheat. So.
Yeah.
The Fix is pretty hilarious troll. His avatar on Steam is a swastika with 69 at the top, like a dragon breathing fire at the bottom right, and muscly arms at the bottom left. It's one of the most goofy avatars I've ever seen.
It sounds that way. It does sound
Sounds
that way.
like he took like half the memes and made them one.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
69
Well.
Yeah. No?
Yeah.
Anybody else have anything else they want to go over or talk about before we wrap it up today? Cricket? No? Good. Dr. Omega? What, do you have any last shout-outs or anything? I need to do my shout-outs. Oh my god, I need to do my shout-outs this evening. Don't forget to do my shout-outs.
What shout-outs?
To, like, everybody that's on our crew now.
Oh my god, we have so many awesome people
Yes,
on our
we do.
crew.
So go ahead, Omega, and then Rocknar, sorry.
Wrong car.
Shout it out.
Yes, shout
Yes.
out to, like, Inkshape
To,
for being cool.
High Res Duke for being
Yeah.
awesome.
For being
Yeah.
on the show. Mhm.
Answering questions.
An
Being
exceptional
the
detail.
real truth sayer at the top of the mountain.
Duke is such a... Oh, he's so mean. It's like I should say more names wrong. Thank you. Thank you, sir. It's a complex. I tend to I try to run with it. But go ahead, Omega.
Yes, no, that's it.
I'm gonna start misspelling your name on the forums all the time now,
Sweet. Please
and
do.
every time I email you as well.
Wait, I mean, you got to make sure it gets to me. But I mean, other than that, yeah, go ahead.
He means in like dear, He'll
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You can do that. Just don't misspell the email address. That's all.
Can I link to a buddy of mine's stream?
Absolutely.
So do you guys mind?
No, link away.
We are a community. Everybody works together.
All right,
I like how
I'm
you said that.
gathering the links real quick.
We're gathering links and we are gonna link bomb you. Rocknar will link bomb the stream and your computer might
So what is
explode,
the stream
so-
name? Maybe.
Yeah.
a
I
hint?
want to give shout outs to Huge Dork, Just Jeff. I used his face in a number of art-related images, as did Knickles. He's streaming right now. You
Great.
can watch that. I want to give a shout out to my main black guy, Macy. He's an independent rapper. He also likes to stream a lot of games, mostly first-person shooters. He's really big into APB. You can
Oh.
catch him out there.
Does he stream and rap while playing?
Occasionally when streaming APB, he'll put on his own rap songs
Nice.
that he has made. I'm
Very
trying
cool.
to remember the name of one of them right now.
I of course shout out to Roadkill Grill. He's awesome and he's watches everything we do. You
Yeah, it's
stalk us,
great.
He's
man.
vagrant. He's always in the chat.
He's like always there. It's so cool.
Yeah. Does he work or have a job or anything?
Yeah, he's like a big developer or something.
And Dead Stretch
Develops
too.
thing.
You guys are both stalking everything we do.
This is awesome.
I mean, I can't complain.
We should give
I
them
love it.
shirts if we ever get shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, if we get
Yeah.
some shirts, we'll have to send you some.
I'll send you guys some shirts. No price t-shirts.
Any others strong rock? God.
Really?
I should be in bed right now. Rocknar, anything left?
Tib wants me to say Tib for President 2012.
Yes.
But can't really think of anything else that needs to be said.
All right.
Cool. All right, so I want to shout out our entire crew. We got like Alakite. I was going to say Acolyte, but I said it right this time. Alakite.
Okay.
Dr. Omega, of course, helps us out. Helps it. Oh my God. You take it over. I'm leaving.
No. Power through it, man. Power
Yes.
through it.
I will
Think
power
of it
through
like a wrench, only
I would like to thank
completely
Veska
different.
for our overlays and stuff like that. He is currently moving, so our overlays may stay very stagnant for a little while he gets transitioned and gets all that stuff worked
and
out.
we make him feel increasingly bad about not doing it more.
We troll him so hard. Veska, I love you, dude. I give you such a hard time. Of course, to Uber and to High Res for making awesome games for us to play. Where would we be without you?
I
You guys-
found a song.
What?
I found Macy's song that I enjoy of his.
Ah, well,
posted.
he will have to, make us an intro song for our show.
Yeah.
Dude, do it.
Do
we
it,
need more
yeah.
intro songs.
More intro songs that we can
Yes.
forget about playing.
Yeah.
He's pretty great at making beats.
Yeah, dude. I will play them.
Yeah, we'll play beats. And
Throw
eat
them down.
and vegetables.
Kumite, who else?
We got a bunch of new people.
Yeah, we have a bunch of new people for the Smite side of the community.
For the
And,
Smite side, look forward to them posting and doing other spiffy things on blgaming.com.
Yep.
Check out
Of course,
our
the
forum.
BL Gaming.
We're making guides for various different champions.
That would be
Alec-
gods and pros.
No, don't. Yeah. Sorry. I'll figure it out one day.
Yes, it's late.
And so, check it out. We already have several up that are really, really good icons and the
Yep.
whole 9
God.
yards, and it's really good. So check it out.
Yeah.
blgaming.com. And
Of course. We love everybody. And
yes.
of course, I shout out to this
Shout
guy
out
over
to
here.
smitedb.com. I'm
Yeah.
getting it in there
Smite
first.
DB.
Yep.
Yep.
He,
High Res Duke even talked about it.
yep. And he was the one who had the. That's Sockless, right? It's Smite. Yeah, Smite.
Yeah,
DB.
that's Sockless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also had the leaked gods, which I'm sure you cannot talk about.
I mean, it's just stuff that was in the game files. I can't
Okay.
tell you anything more than that's what They
I
are.
mean, we're kind of
Fitter,
wondering how we
better,
got
hell.
Data mining.
them. Data mining,
Data
probably.
mining. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he was our source for all of that, and we put a post forum stuff. So now I did not know that Smite DB was out yet. I didn't know because he said that I was going to source him back to his website, and he's like, well, it's not ready yet. And I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, you
And
should
so-
go to it. It's really nice. He's done a great job.
Excellent. Well then, yes, go check out smitedb.com because I tried to go to smitedatabase.com and it didn't work.
Yeah,
Shout out to
you
all
must
the
shorten it.
MOBAs. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
I just realized we got Smite, League of Legends, Dota 2, SMNC, Han.
I'm gonna have to stop
Like-
you there because you said MOBA and then you listed something other
Well-
than League of Legends.
Okay, fine.
Oh.
But anyway, you know what I mean. They're all
Action.
kind of Dota based.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
There's
So,
so
all
many
right.
right now.
Well, we must cut it off now because we have to go to bed sometime. I have to work in the morning. We will be streaming Super Saturday morning breakfast combat with Smite and with Super Monday Night Combat also. So we'll do like
Yep.
both.
Check us out
Uh,
Saturday morning. We'll be starting
are you-
somewhere between 8
Are you
and
gonna be
8:30.
duels?
No,
Are we
no.
not doing it at the same time?
No, I have family in town, and
Okay.
they
That's
don't
fine.
want to watch me play games for 4 hours.
Ah, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, they're up early because they're family.
Yeah, they're old.
They always get up early.
That happens.
So, thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you guys next time. And thank you, of course, Omega and Rocknar for joining us.
Yeah. And
You know,
see
you
you
should
guys
have
later.
called me Jimmy. This
All right,
entire
Jimmy.
time.
We'll call you Jimmy.
See
Sounds
you
like a
guys
Viking.
later.
Later.
Have a good time.